8 times Hermione Granger went too far. There's no doubt about it. Hermione Granger is one of the best characters from the Harry Potter series. She is undoubtedly clever and an amazing friend. But of course, she's only human, and even the brightest witch of her age has made some mistakes. Be it big or small, there are times when she has messed up. And so in today's video, we're going to be going over 8 times that Hermione Granger went too far. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as you could get a shout out if you do. But with that being said, let's get into it.
What an idiot.
Throughout the series, we have met many different characters, but when it comes to Luna Lovegood, she is totally different from the rest. So, when you put Hermione's and Luna's personalities together, you have two that are complete opposites, and this has led to some times when Hermione has disregarded Luna. If you pay close attention to Luna, you will realize that she's actually incredibly smart and is able to look outside of the box. She isn't as crazy as she might seem, even though she does have some alternative points of view. We all know that Hermione is extremely smart, but she never really realized or acknowledged Luna's incredible intelligence. Maybe this is a sign of Hermione's lacking open-mindedness? I definitely believe that if she just took some time out of her day to realize how incredible Luna was, they would have been really good friends. I guess you could say that Hermione judged a book by its cover far too quickly.
Leave!
I can personally say that I didn't really like the fact that Hermione dated Viktor Krum, because it seemed like she was dating him to make Ron jealous, even though she never told him how she felt, which wasn't very nice of her. It was an extremely rare, shallow moment in her life. Hermione and Viktor had literally nothing in common, and all he would do was sit around and watch her study, and we all know that Hermione needs more mental stimulation than that. Seriously, what was she thinking? I'm sure she realized how much of a big mess up it was once her and Ron finally tied the knot. Ron is so much better than Viktor Krum. Like, seriously. I just don't understand why she didn't tell Ron how she felt in the first place. Every single one of us loves the beautiful relationship that Hermione has with Harry and Ron. They have the perfect connection and always try their best to help each other. But I always wondered why she was never really friends with the rest of the fellow Gryffindor girls. Just because she was best friends with Harry and Ron doesn't mean that she couldn't have made more friends. I felt like she was rather rude towards her fellow female classmates, particularly Lavender, not to mention Luna, as we've already stated. She did, however, gain a strong friendship with Ginny, but she was the sister of Ron, so that only seemed normal. I guess we can't just blame it on Hermione herself, because we don't really know if it was her classmates or her that was making it difficult to form some kind of friendship. But I wish that she did make more of an effort at least. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry receives a firebolt broom from an anonymous donor. He got the broom at the time when everybody suspected that Sirius Black was trying to kill him, even though he wasn't. And so Hermione thought the broom wasn't safe. However, even though her intentions behind telling the authorities about Harry's broom was the correct thing to do, it's really difficult not to resent Hermione for telling McGonagall about Harry's broom. Everyone was excited about Harry's new gadget, and so for it to be snatched away from him after he just got it was very disappointing. Saying all of this, I do believe deep down that it was the right thing for her to do, just maybe she could have given him a little bit more time with the broom at least. This next one I know a lot of people are going to agree with. Hermione was obviously the smartest kid in Hogwarts. Literally everybody knew this, and it wasn't a secret to anybody. So it's kind of annoying how she participated so much in class because it seemed like she was only doing it to show off. We know that she's almost always right when she gives an answer, but that doesn't mean that she has to be such a show-off about it. Most students and teachers already know how smart she is, but it feels like she's looking down on the other students for not knowing answers. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Hermione for being smart and wanting to participate all the time, obviously, but perhaps her intentions seemed a little bit selfish, and it would have been nice for her sometimes to give it a bit of a rest and let the other students answer.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Similar to how Hermione told McGonagall about Harry's firebolt broom, she was very persistent when it came to Harry's use of the Half-Blood Prince textbook. She would constantly bug Harry about it and ridicule him, and it was rather irritating. Again, we know on one end Hermione was right for doing so, and she was only looking out for Harry at the end of the day, but Couldn't she just let her best friend figure things out on his own? People sometimes only learn if they make mistakes. Fans, when watching the movies, were excited about the textbook, just like Harry and Ron were as well. It was truly magical, and considering Harry has had so much trouble with potions in the past, it feels like he deserved this boost. Hermione wouldn't let it go though, and as Harry continually succeeds in potions, Hermione seems to resent it, not just because he's potentially using a dangerous book, but because Harry is suddenly a lot better than her at potions.
Ever heard of this spell? Sectum Sempra.
No, I haven't. And if you had a shred of self-respect, you'd hand that book in.
In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Hermione's a bit patronizing towards Harry after he's hurt that no one wrote him all summer. I mean, come on. He witnessed a classmate get killed by Voldemort, was forced to stay with his abusive family, and got ignored all summer by his friends. Hermione's response to Harry is really just annoying. Although Harry should have reacted differently, without the constant yelling, his feelings are justified, but she just doesn't seem to try and understand where he's coming from, and instead just talks down to him.
We've gone all summer without a scrap of news.
We wanted to write, mate. Really, we did.
Only what?
Only Dumbledore made us swear not to tell you anything.
And last but not least, we have probably one of her worst moments. And even though I do feel sorry for Hermione, she still didn't need to do what she did. Casting the Bird Hex spell on Ron in a jealous rage wasn't one of her finest moments. But as I said, there was no need for her to use a spell on Ron with a mob of angry birds. It's just completely unjustified. Yes, Hermione was in love with Ron at this point, but she never made her feelings clear, so how was Ron supposed to know that? Because of the type of game she was playing, she had to suffer and experience the consequences, something that she was obviously not prepared to do. I certainly understand jealousy and the fact that she was probably heartbroken at this point, because she was seeing the boy that she loved with another girl, but she should have put those feelings aside and not used such a harsh spell. That was not okay.
A Pugno.
But there we have it. Is there anything else that you think Hermione did in Harry Potter that she probably shouldn't have? Let us know in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, please leave us a like and subscribe. And also don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we upload. And once again, we will see you in the next video.